Welcome to the smooth sounds of TeaDB.
Hello and welcome.
I am your host, James. We're drinking some tea today.
Yeah. We're disproving the truth that your voice is made for radio.
Yeah, or that is extra nasally from the tuner. So we are having, there's Norwegian death metal. There's I don't know, Mastodon or something.
Right.
And we're drinking the third tenet of that, Death Roast.
Yeah.
Death Roast.
Yeah, classic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love Death Roast metal.
Yeah. So this is a tea. It was a blind sampling I did, and so this is tea number B. I actually don't know what it is. It's a type of tea that's very popular, or at least somewhat popular amongst the older population in places like Hong Kong and I think maybe Singapore and Taiwan to some extent. And it's a death roast tea, so it's a very old school sort of tea to enjoy. So this is done by Marshaln, who has a blog, so thank you to him for coordinating that.
Very
it's
fun.
Nice to try these sorts of oddities that you don't usually get exposed to.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, dude's a legend, too. Always cool. Raisins, honey, and it's shockingly fruity smelling to me.
Yeah. So there's 6 teas in the tasting, and from initial tasting, this was my preferred one of them, and it's sample number B.
Very small amount of smoke, brandy.
Very complex, actually. Not just a roast.
Goodness. Do we know what type of processing this is? I mean, we can guess, but...
Roasted to hell?
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah. Small leaves are small. They look a little... Not quite curled, but...
Right, yeah, so it's some sort of a oolong. I think it's the assumption.
Yep.
So, he basically recommended going pretty heavy on the leaf to water. So I'm using 7 grams for around 70 milliliters, which is a fair bit. So we'll see how that goes.
Look, if Death Roast says anything, it says go hard in the paint, y'all.
Yeah.
Hashtag tea facts.
Yeah. You don't have a tea called Death Roast and you're brewing it like 2 grams for 180 milliliters at green tea temperatures.
Beautiful color, clean. I'm excited.
That one is a little light. I feel like I gotta hit it a little harder. Maybe it's just a fact of like these leaves getting unrolled and stuff. But.
Oh my god. Almost a little peanut butter thing in there.
So does that smell good to you?
Nutty? Yeah.
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 Okay. Yeah.
Sorry.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
No, I'm like, I know I'm doing the shout out to my mother-in-law basically because she makes fun of me for anyone who wants to make a compilation of me just being like, you know, I think I do that a lot, but
yeah, it's not hard.
very true. Cheers.
Talk about that sort of like caramel roastiness in the last two.
Wow.
Definitely get that.
Yes. Much more roast flavor. Death Roast is actually not too much of an understatement. It's not charcoaly though. It's weird.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
Yeah, the interesting thing for me tasting them was there's actually a decent variety of flavors amongst them. Because you think that Death Roast could just mean like very monotone sort of flavor. Some of them had a lot of sourness, which sort of put me off. This one, less so.
Yeah.
This one has, I like the combination of sort of like heavy charcoal, obviously, but also like some nice sweetness to it.
It has a very minerally, wooey flavor, rock taste flavor to it. Wow, this is interesting. I'm excited to see how these next 2 steepings go.
Yeah,
that was good, but obviously not the whole shebang.
Yeah,
Let me smell that again, actually.
go for it.
Cool. Has this been aged?
I don't know, man.
It doesn't taste like it to me, really. Although it's hard to tell with the roast.
It is really hard to tell with the roast, yeah. And sometimes you do try some oolongs that I've had that are way too roasted for my taste.
Sure.
They're just very carbonized leaves.
Right.
But this one I think is a little more interesting.
It's got a lot going on, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, damn. Okay. This thing for the folks at home is
there we go.
Full. And that's so red. Oh, my lord. Okay. Yes. Getting into the good stuff here. Holy crap. Looks like a ripe
The one thing that this tea, a lot of people say is really good, I haven't tried it yet, is Grandpa style.
I bet.
Which I could see. Yeah. I mean, one annoying thing about Pure is with Grandpa style is like you get the little tea leaves and stuff.
Totally.
This one is like nice and intact. Just dump some hot water. Obviously, it's easy to see this being a very casual brew, like a very good daily drinker, daily brew. Good work tea.
Okay. This is going to be different.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Cheers.
Salute. Cheers.
This one's dedicated to our Norwegian death metal fans. Cheers.
There's probably one of them out there. There's probably more than one.
I think it's about
comment,
2.3.
Yeah,
you know?
comment below about what your favorite death metal group is. It's gonna be like, I don't even know. I don't want to make up something.
Yeah, I would also be making up stuff. Cheers. This one actually brings a little bit of that sourness into it. For me, I'm not personally a fan of that, but I think in this one it's more a byproduct of just pushing it as hard as we have.
Yeah.
A little too strong. Yeah.
Not in a bad way necessarily, but to your point about it being sour, it's not like it tastes like sour, like tart cherries or something like that. It just tastes like strong. Your mouth is collapsing in a black hole of tea inside of it, you know.
So, I mean, it gives a real nice sort of like thick mouthfeel when you have it like this.
Incredible.
But yeah, I think that was a little too strong
for
what we're going for.
Although fun to try, and I feel like this tea can take that kind of a... I mean, it's not bad at all. It's not acrid or anything like that.
Yeah. Mom test? Maybe not like this, but...
Not like this. Wow. Oh, man.
Maybe I'm going to...
Oh, lordy. It's sour, though. It really is. It's so sour.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see how this one tastes. But totally, it's like you ever try to eat a lemon? I'm getting that vibe a little bit. Yeah. But not not flavor-wise, just like physically my mouth is reacting to all those tannins in there, and it's just like...
But it's still relatively smooth to...
Totally. It's not bitter. It's not bitter. It's just strong.
No. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the roasting makes it really interesting.
All right.
Cheers.
Cheers. If I had to wager a guess, I would say this material is a kind of like wooey-esque in nature. You know, minerally, hints of sweetness, lots of rock taste though. Not super charcoal roasted, but quite roasted. A little bit creamy. Hints of, like I said, kind of peanuts. I'm not getting the brandy or the fruit in the flavor of the cup. Excuse me.
Right. I would guess that the material is probably from somewhere on the mainland, probably something like Fujian or something, just because that's a pretty safe bet. They grow a lot of along there, which is also where Wu is based, so I don't know. It's hard to say. The roast impacts it so much. I mean, it'd be very interesting to see them actually process the tea and sort of just get that greater understanding of it. Okay. We are going to do one more steep here and see how it goes. I am still, I'm not an experienced death roast brewerish, so I think the first one I went a little too light, second one a little too strong, third one I think is closer to what we want.
It's good.
So we're going to try to hit something like that on this last brew.
Incredible residual flavor.
Yeah.
And yes, this one was not as sour. So the light sourness is a great, interesting physical aspect of this tea.
Right.
The roast on this for me is the most fun part of this because it's kind of hard to place for me at least. It's not really nutty or creamy. It has that rock flavor for it more. It does have that charcoal vibe, but it's not like blackened carbon like you mentioned. You can also see the material. You know, it's really not jet black at all by any stretch.
Yeah. In fact, the aroma early on was quite complex.
Totally.
For something that you'd think would be pretty simple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man. This is yeah.
You know, like
This is getting me.
like heavy metal is not for everyone, but
Right. Been doing too much moshing in the mosh pits of this tea. That's for sure.
Cheers. Yeah, what I like about it is sort of like the combination of that really thick mouthfeel that you get from it brewed this way.
Juicy.
And like the sweetness and the charcoal. And it's interesting the way that what happens when you do overbrew this tea. It seems like they tend to get sour, which is like not necessarily what you would get. Maybe you get that from an aged oolong that is a little too humid if you brew it too hard, but generally like puer and stuff like that, you're more used to getting something that like just bites back with like a lot of astringency or bitterness.
This is perfect.
It's not like that.
It's my favorite steeping for sure. Yeah, really wonderful balance. Such full body for the flavor profile that we're getting. Like you mentioned, I love that it's juicy and texturally interesting. You know, I don't know if this would be my like go-to daily drinker.
Yeah. Probably not like this. No. Maybe like Grandpa style. Grandpa style, I could maybe see it.
Yeah. Less leaf. Let it hang out. Mom test? You already asked for that.
Yeah, what do we say? I think I blacked out.
I don't think so.
Okay. Maybe if you brew it a little lighter, it would.
Maybe.
It's such a contrast to like a Taiwanese light High Mountain Oolong.
Right.
That it's kind of nice as like just a nice session.
Totally.
Compared to that. But,
yeah. Really interesting. I don't think anyone can. How do people pick this up?
I don't think they can.
Yeah.
But it is interesting to try, so I wanted to put it on the show.
Yeah. Well, sorry, people. But
was that a taunt?
Yeah, totally. Come get me. And then like, there's like what is that? What's that movie? Was it The Ring? Did they come out of the TV? Anyway.
Lord of the Rings? No.
Lord of the Rings. Yep, that was it. Thanks to Marshaln for putting this together.
Yeah.
This is
great blog. Check it out.
Yeah, totally. Really interesting. Oh man, yeah. I think I might prefer the smell over the flavor of the cup, honestly. Yeah, complex. Always fun to just try kind of a mystery tea, not knowing what you're getting into. So yeah, Marshaln blog, and then also TeaDB if you want. Subscribe if you want. If you don't, you have to subscribe. Actually, it's part of the new totalitarian TeaDB policy. So
yeah,
unfortunately, you're gonna have to click on that button for subscribing.
Yep. Sorry.
Yeah.
We don't make the rules.
We don't make the rules. The TeaDB admin office does, unfortunately. So.
Blame Stevie.
Yeah, the saga of Stevie will live on forever.
Send him an email, stevie@tdb.org.
Do it. Why not? See what happens. I don't know what's going to happen. Yeah. Anyway, all right. We'll see you guys next time.
Cheers.
Cheers.